Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm doing a full face of ELF because they are constantly coming out with a lot of new products and I'm just really excited to try a couple of new bits here and there. So we're going to start off on the lips. So in one of my previous kind of full face of first impressions, I spoke about their lip products. So they actually, well, it's still kind of new, I guess. So they've got their lip scrubs and their lip balm. So I'm not going to use the lip scrub today because I did use it quite recently, and so I'm going to go with the lip balm. So this is the vanilla frosting. I did mention previously that I really did enjoy using this. I feel like today my lips need a little bit of hydration because it is super warm outside and it just is feeling so icky. So if you can hear my fan in the back, I'm really sorry. It's just because this flat is like a sauna and if I do not keep any kind of fan on or my window open, it's just like goodbye. So I'm just gonna put some of this lip balm on first. Okay, so this is just split. what a great start. I was kind of wondering why it wasn't coming out of here, and now it's just broken. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do. Do I like, that's just completely split, that's insane. Yeah, I'm just gonna put some of this on my lip. I don't know if I should message them and say like, I've only had this for like 2 weeks and now it's already ripped. But you know what, if you haven't tried these lip balms, they are nice. I do prefer the original lip balms, the one that are in like a little tube, because I feel like they are easy to apply. These ones are super nice. I do like the applicator. I've just got like the residue on my hand. I do like the applicator. It is very nice and just kind of easy to apply to, although it is like kind of simple just to use it on your lips. So I'm just going to clean up and then we'll get on to the rest of the video. Okay, now that we're all cleaned up and ready to go, the next new product is another brand new product. So this is the liquid poreless putty primer. So when I saw that this was coming out, I was so excited. I'm a really big fan of the original putty primers, and now that there's a liquid version, I'm hoping it's just as good. I mean, I haven't used the putty primers in a while because when I got them, I used to use them a lot, and then I kind of stopped using them and they were getting a bit icky, and I thought, let me throw them away and in the future maybe pick up the other ones. But I will obviously I have picked up this one like straight away, and I do have like early access because I'm like an Icon member or whatever, but anyone can join it. It's free to join, and basically the more that you buy, you accumulate points, and basically if you get to a certain point you get like free shipping. So that's why I've been buying stuff from them recently, because I have like tons of free shipping. There was a couple of other things that I wanted to like purchase, like brand new items, but it was so annoying. So as soon as like the liquid putty primer went on sale, I ordered it, and then literally like an hour later they came out with their color correctors, and I was like, why didn't you just bring them all out at once? I don't know if I completely missed it or something like that, but I will pick those up in the future. I'm not massively into like color correctors and stuff like that, but I'm intrigued because I did talk about them in my buy or not to buy, because they do look interesting. They're not like, you know, the typical color correctors like the green ones and the orange, because they've already released those recently in like the tube form, but these are like actual putty. This is a different style of putty correctors, but yeah, maybe I'll pick them up. But looking at this is really nice and soft on my skin. I mean, it is very lightweight like it mentions. When you kind of compare it to the original, it's pretty similar. I mean, it is like a liquid version, but with that I always used to apply it with a brush and it always just dried down. Like, it took a little bit longer to dry down, but this is dried down like straight away. And I don't know if it's there to cover up my pores or whatever. I believe it is. It says to leave it for 30 seconds as well, so I'm just gonna leave it for a moment while it does dry down. Maybe my fan is helping because it is dried down completely and my skin is looking really nice and kind of like smooth, which is really good. So now we're going to go on to brow. So this is their brow lift. So this is not brand new, but it's been out for maybe a couple of months, and even when I picked up the putty primer, I was like, you know what, I might pick this up as well just to kind of bulk up my basket. Really, not that I needed to, but I've been wanting to try this for ages. I didn't pick up like the spatula that it comes with because I was like, I have these spoolies, they will work just as well. So yeah, this is the clear one, and I'm just gonna, whoa, okay, that's like melting. I'm just gonna kind of put some of that maybe on my ISO clean palette as well, just to kind of not get the full thing, because I don't want to use all of it, because I do want to save a bit of it for my other brow. So I'm just going to put this in and see how it works. I've only heard very nice things about this. Oh god, I can feel it like sticking straight away, so that's pretty good. I mean, a lot of brow products that I use these days are always very similar, like they all have the same kind of results where the item will stick down for a lot, and then I can barely move my eyebrows because they are so it's just like glue basically. So yeah, that's gone on really nicely. I'm sure it will be just completely fine when it dries down. Haven't really done anything to my eyebrows in a while, but they're kind of slowly growing wild again. But let's go on to foundation. I don't have a new foundation because they haven't really come out with anything new, and in all honesty their foundations are not really my favorite. So I'm just going to go in with the Flawless Satin Foundation. This is like a second one that I've picked up, because the first one I had like 2 years ago and I used it as like my project pan, so I did eventually finish it. And the other foundations that have come out recently I just wasn't really a fan of, and so I thought, let me just pick this one up again, because it is not like the worst foundation, but it's not my favorite, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to go in with this, and I have the shade, if I can remember, I think I was light ivory. So let's just get this on. Okay, so now that's all on. It doesn't give me the best coverage, and to be honest, the primer is actually working really nicely on my skin, but then the foundation, I feel like I mentioned, it's not always been like my favorite, but it kind of gives me a bit of coverage, like a medium coverage, so it is quite buildable. But I didn't want to add anything like too heavy today, so we're going to go in with the concealer. This is the camo concealer. So again, this is one that a lot of people really love, and I really just couldn't get into it that much. And I have the shade Light Sand. So this one is a better color for me than the first one I picked up, because I remember that one being way too dark. And this one is still a tad too orange for me. So I mean, I'm not the best at like like color matching myself, but I feel like some of the light shades do come up quite orange. So if you kind of don't mind it, then that's fine, but trying to find like my perfect shade isn't impossible. Like, I'm not gonna complain about that, but I just feel like for me, I'm not very good at it. Okay, so now we're going to go into bronzing and contouring. So we're going in with the wand, and this is like, again, one of their kind of newer products. I think this one is okay. I mean, the wand thing is getting a bit out of hand. Like, every brand is coming out with their own like interpretation of the like Charlotte Tilbury wands, and it's just getting a little bit repetitive. But I'm gonna go in with the shade, is there a certain shade? Yeah, it's called light light slash medium. So this is actually like the lightest shade, because I didn't want to go in like too heavy, because I'm not the best at like contouring and bronzing and stuff, so I just don't want anything too heavy. And so even with like the putty bronzers, I absolutely love those as well, but I thought I would kind of just use this instead, because I haven't used it properly in a while, and I thought, yeah, let's just kind of see if I enjoy this kind of again. Okay, so that was just something a little bit subtle, so let's go on to blush. So we're trying something a bit different. We're going in with the monochromatic multi-stick. So this is in the shade Sparkling Rosé. So we are just going to put this in my normal kind of blushing area. And I remember when I first tried this, I was like, this is quite nice. It's quite buildable, so it kind of, you don't have to be like too harsh with it, because it is still quite pigmented. So I'm just going to blend it, and it is really, really nice and shimmery. I am going to add a highlighter as well, because why wouldn't I? I'm going for quite a light makeup day today, because I feel like even though it's so warm, I don't want anything like too heavy. So let's go on to the highlighter. So we're going in with the Halo Glow wand, and this is in the shade Champagne. So I felt like this colour was probably suited more for me in like the shade selection that came out. So I'm just gonna get some up here. One problem that I kind of have with these ones is that the applicator is just, I don't know, with the sponge applicators, they kind of pick up a lot of the product, and when I'm trying to like squeeze the product, I guess it's like what happened with the lip balm this morning, it just explodes, and so I don't want it to happen with this, even though I wasn't completely expecting it. But then when looking at the highlighter, it is quite nice. It's not like my favorite liquid highlighter because it's not as kind of oomphy as I kind of am used to, but I'm just going to set everything down with some powder, and then we will go on with the eyes. Okay, so now we're going to go on the eyes, and they've come out with a new eyeshadow palette. I think they've come out with about 3 or 4, which is quite good because I mean I love their mini quad eyeshadow palettes. I think they are some of the most amazing affordable eyeshadow palettes ever. They're like £4 for 4 shades, and it's like a really nice mini travel size. And so they're coming out with these ones. I think these are like 10 shadows, and I think it was like £10, so again £1 a shade. And I got the palette Rose Gold Sunset because I mean these shadows are very me. I mean, if you guys watch my videos quite frequently, you know that I love red tones and kind of like green tones and stuff like this, so automatically I was like, I'm gonna pick up this one. I'm pretty sure they've come out with like a blue palette and another kind of other variation, but I'm just really happy that I picked this one up because again it's right up my street. So we are just going to go in with a couple of shadows because I'm hoping that the formula is the same, because they always come out with other eyeshadow palettes which I haven't tried, but I've heard that they're kind of not as good, but we shall see. So these don't come with any names, which is fine. So I'm going to take this little shade just here as a little transition shade, and we're just going to put that all over the lid. I do not have a primer on my eyes today because I feel like I just want to give this like a fair shot, so we're just going to put that in the crease. Okay, so that shade has gone on quite nicely. I mean, I can say that the eye primer that I use, which is the Urban Decay primer, really does help all shadows that I use, but I really want to give this just a fair go. So far, I mean, it's a little bit patchy, and I don't know if it's because I'm not using the primer, but then the primer is always there just to kind of help everything stay down. But we'll go on to more shades just to kind of see if it does anything different. So I'm going to go in with this second shade, which I'm digging my nails in, this shade just here, which is like a bit of a deeper tone from the first shade, and I'm going to use that as my kind of inner corner shade just to kind of deepen up. Okay, that's looking nice. So let's go on to a smaller brush, and we are going to go in, I kind of feel like going in with some shimmers, just because I mean the look is, it's going to be kind of simple. So I'm going to go in with this gorgeous red shimmer, which, as like, you know, I've been eyeing up like the whole time. So I'm just going to take that on one of my elf brushes, which I got part of a set. I think it's like part of their mint green kind of selection of like products. So let's just get this on here. The shimmer is very nice for sure, and I'm going to go in with one more shimmer just kind of in the middle. I feel like going in with this kind of gold one, which is just below it, and I'm only going to take like a small amount because I feel like this shimmer will be a really nice inner corner shade. So let's just take this one in the middle. Oh yeah, that looks okay. Now we're going to go in with my inner corner. So this shade just here is kind of like a gold tone, which is fine. There's no lighter one, which I'm hoping that's okay, because this, it looks like it will be nice as an inner corner. Yes, it will. Oh, very nice. I'm liking the palette. I kind of feel like the shade selection is, for me, not limited, but kind of like I wish I could have a couple more colours, like a bit bright colours to kind of make various different looks, because I know that maybe in the future I will probably go for, I don't know, a couple of the other shimmers where some of them might not work with the matte tones, but I just need to be a bit more adventurous in all honesty. So let's go in with mascara. So this is the Lash and Roll mascara. This has been out for quite a few months, so it's not like it's a brand new product. I just don't ever really wear mascara that much because I feel like it doesn't ever do much for my lashes, but this is quite nice. It's got 2 ends to it, so you can use the bigger one at the top and then the smaller one at the bottom for the lower lash line if you want to. And then let's go on to lips. So I have one of the lip liners and one of their satin lipsticks, and these are really, really nice. So with the lip liner, I have the shade Hot Pink. So I remember buying this, and then when I got it home, I was like, this is too pink for me, but it's the only liner that I have by them. So I'm actually going to put this on before I put on the lipstick. And now with the lipstick, this is in the shade No Regrets. So these have been, like, everyone's been going crazy for these lipsticks, and I've only tried one shade because it's red, and I do really, really like it. I really want to try some of the other shades, like some of the kind of more out of this world shade. Like I know that there's a green, and I'm pretty sure there's a black as well, which I'm really interested in trying. So let's just get this one on. Perfect, so this is my finished look. Altogether, I mean, there are of course a couple of products that I really like and some that I don't like, but mainly talking about the new stuff. So the putty primer I really like. I really feel like it's a really nice kind of addition to the family. If you don't want to have like the tub and you just want something that you're used to, like in a little thing like this, then absolutely, I think it is pretty damn good. I mean, the brow lift is really good. This is like, these are not going anywhere for a while, I'll tell you that. Eyeshadow palette, really, really nice. I think I kind of prefer the mini ones because they're kind of like pack a punch and then you're good to go. Whereas this one, I'm kind of like, what shade should I use? Will it work really well together? Blah, blah, blah. I am really kind of like annoyed the fact that this is broken because again, I've only tried it like 2-3 times. And yeah, I might have to just email them and see if they can send me another one. I don't know if that's being cheeky or whatever, but I don't know. And then that's kind of it. So let me know what you've picked up from e.l.f. recently, because they're definitely a brand that are like constantly getting better, and I feel like they're not slowing down, which is amazing because they're such an affordable brand that I think anyone can really get. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and I really appreciate you watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.